I'm Greene, and for my thesis project I created a series of paintings. They're kind of surrounding a narrative, so I kind of like to start there and talk about the story that's here. So with this first painting, it's titled Sudden Lack of Activity. It's depicting the death of humans, basically. They've fallen on their own monuments, like the lawn. And throughout all these works, I'll reference the lawn, and it's on purpose, as to connect them back to present day, and to remind the viewer how much we value traditions that demonstrate status and blind conformity and ignorance towards our environment. So within this painting, from afar, these figures will look lively, at peace, just laying on the ground, but upon inspection, you'll notice that there's like these worms protruding out of the eyes and the body. These figures are freshly deceased, so the immediacy of the worms and them devouring the bodies is kind of a nod towards the environment being desperate for the return of nourishment and energy. And moving on to part two, this is a Happy Happy Picnic and Rejection. And so this one, we're entering this new and surreal environment, one that's visibly losing mass and perspective. I wanted to create a duality of like happiness and contentment against fear and panic. So in this first one, you'll see this humanoid figure, and this is like the remnant of humans and what's left. And as you can see, it's still married to its traditions and still valuing status and manicuring the lawn with the scissors. In the second one, you'll see the environment finally rejecting its abuser. It's saying, no, I'm done, everything's done. It dismantles the figure. It's desperately clinging to life by biting its own leg. It's pathetic in my opinion. And below you'll see this new bleached, dead kind of scene happening. And that will bring me to these last four pieces. They're called Residual 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's extending further into distortion, and each part is haunted with a human essence. As you can see the figures, time, physics, and sense are no longer. When making these figure-like forms, I was thinking about the soul, and what does that look like? Do we have one? Does it mimic the vessel that it lost? Does it have weight or mass? Does it cast shadows? So I'm kind of just figuring that out here, and I'm playing with that idea. But overall, I was inspired to make this work from the climate crisis that we're all in and dealing with. As an artist, I felt like I needed to create a beginning, middle, and end to this story for myself and maybe for others, just to feel the weight of it and to sort through that conflict that we're dealing with.